Hi, this is Lee Wind of SCBWI Team Blog, and I'm here at the 2012 Summer Conference with the Illustrators Committee and their mentees, which is really exciting, and we're going to find out a little bit more. So, hi everybody.
Hi.
Okay, so somebody explain.
I'll tell you about it. The mentorship program, the whole point of it is to identify illustrators who have a potential and people we love, and we feel that these are the people who would benefit from just a little direction, a little push here and there to make it to their potential.
So how does it work? You work with them over the course of the year, or?
No, actually the formal part of the program is just within a day. So this morning at 7 o'clock in the morning, we all met by the pool, and each of the mentees had one meeting each with all of us.
Wow, okay.
So it's like speed dating.
So it's
like speed mentoring.
Speed mentoring.
It is that.
And today, after they've had a chance to lie down, we have a debriefing at the end of the day.
Which I crashed.
Which you crashed. And what we do is we talk a bit about what they learned and kind of report back on what they think they heard and talk a bit about what their next step is. And this is a chance for them to ask us questions, ask each other questions. And we're actually hoping that going forward they would stay in touch with each other and learn from each other. And we are happy to stay in touch with them and help them whenever they have questions. But the rest of it is informal. It's entirely up to them. And as I explained to them earlier, there are people who have gone on to great things, and then there are people who have never heard, that are never heard from again after this. So,
but we have a success story from this, right?
We have quite a few success stories.
But today we heard one.
Yes.
So
Juana Martinez-Neal, who was last year's mentee, won the portfolio
in this
show.
program, yes,
In this
won the portfolio show.
And what we loved was that she had potential in her portfolio last year, and we were thrilled to see how her portfolio was completely transformed. And yet it was so her. It was still who she was, but she took it to the next level, and that was just amazing. And then the year before, we had Eliza Wheeler, who was the mentee in 2010, and last year, in August of 2011, she won the portfolio show.
Wow, so it's really a track to taking it to the next level, and illustrators should enter their portfolios because, like you all, they could get this step. That's very exciting.
For the record, we have nothing to do with who's picked for best portfolio. We walk into the portfolio showcase, we walk through and pick, like, oh, I like this person, I think that they're the person who's going to benefit from mentoring, and then the judges pick theirs. And so
it's a different group of judges.
And so this year, again, when someone who's in the mentoring program received best portfolio, we were just like, okay, that's like, it was emotional and pretty great that, you know, these people have been in the program and just have really worked hard to, like Eliza and Juana have worked really hard and improved their portfolios. And great, you know, I don't know how many people have received representation that have entered the program, and, you know, so I would say half of the people.
So you're all doing something very right.
So it's a very cool opportunity.
Well, cool. So,
I want to point out one other thing too. Is not just the people who are on the illustration committee from the board, but we also have like a guest mentor each time. So in this particular instance, we have the estimable Laura Godwin from Henry Holt.
Hi, Laura.
She volunteered almost.
Almost.
She was volunteering.
Well, if she had known what she was in for, then
That's actually an interesting point. The whole idea of the mentorship program is to sort of replicate the 360-degree review that you would have in the outside world once you start working professionally. So you have an illustrator, an art director, and an editor. So you get reviews from different angles, from different points of view. But I think the illustrators on the committee, their style are very, very different. Their processes are very different. So their insight and their suggestions are going to come from very different places. So I think that that's what balances all the feedback that a mentee gets. So it's not just from one point of view, it's not from a sales and marketing point of view, it's not, it's from slightly different angles in the business.
And I would imagine that, I'm not an illustrator, but in writing, you were always told, don't make a change unless it resonates. So, because otherwise you'll lose your voice. So it's all about developing.
That's what happened to Lana. She didn't do exactly what we did, which, you know, she may or may not have done exactly what we had said, but she did what made sense to her, and she made it her own, and that's why we were so thrilled.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Well, what an incredible program, and good luck to all the mentees, and thank you all so very much.
Thank you.